Hi, good evening, everyone. It's Tuesday, February 15th. It's 8:30 p.m. here in Chicago. So I heard the news about Devin Haney not getting the Kambosos fight. Kambosos and Lomachenko have a two-fight deal agreement. I had proposed that when Kambosos beat Tio because I knew immediately that he wouldn't fight Devin Haney. I think I even called him a bitch, like, before he even practically had the belt around his waist. I had called him a bitch, but just because of his energy and things he was saying so early on. And I had said, watch them find a way to have Lomachenko sneak in there and just take everything so that they can put Loma back on top. But here we are at that moment, a two-fight deal with Loma and Kambosos, and Haney is pretty much going to go unnoticed along with his belt, and it's really unfortunate. I think that Haney has pretty much exhausted his opportunities at 135. He tried to get the fight, so maybe exhausted is the wrong word, but Haney can't get a fight with Teofimo. He couldn't get a fight with Ryan Garcia. He couldn't get the fight with Loma. He couldn't get the fight with Kambosos. He couldn't get the fight with Tank. Haney is pretty much standing at 135 looking stupid, kind of like Andrade was at 160. They don't want him there. He's standing there with a belt that they refuse to recognize, and nobody is going to fight him. So I think that Haney should move up to 140. I think that's an option for him. And that's not a guarantee that things would get better for him. But there are boxers up there that would definitely be willing to put it all on the line and fight him. I know Rougarou would. I know Gary Antoine would. Josh Taylor, I would hope he would. There's some good smoke at 140, but again, it's not a guarantee. Similar to what's going on with Andrade at 168. There's already some little red tape going on with him and Benavidez. They're trying to definitely separate Benavidez from the people with the power. The people with the power are ducking Andrade, but they want to kind of separate it to look like Benavidez wants the fight. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if Andrade can't get the fight. Nobody gets credit for wanting a fight. If you call somebody out, then you need to make sure you have the power to make it happen, So I'm hopeful for Andrade at 168, just like I would be hopeful for Haney at 140. But there's no guarantee because boxing is so corrupt right now, and there's a strong effort to keep a lot of these black boxers from achieving a certain level of greatness that they're willing to work for. They're not asking to be handed anything. They want to work for it, and they're still being cheated of those opportunities. That's why I was really irritated with Haney running to social media to try to shit on Gary Russell Jr. I was thinking, dude, you need to worry about how you're getting shitted on. What you trying to shit on somebody else for who just got shit on? You got your own problems, buddy. I was kind of like annoyed with him for just not seeing things clearly. Haney, he's still missing a lot, Like he praised Canelo, and what goes on with Canelo is the same thing pretty much what they're doing with him, except Loma is Haney's Canelo. You know what I mean? So Haney doesn't quite get it yet, but they're going to make sure he gets it eventually. They're pretty much smashing it in his face. So he's going to get it. But, I definitely still support Haney. I really like him. He's talented. He works so hard. He's willing to do what it takes. He said he'll go to Jupiter to fight Kambosos. I respect him for that. And it's just really unfortunate that he gets screwed over like this. Again, Haney, don't sit around and wait for no 2-fight deal to end, because that would be foolish. And I know he already knows that. But maybe 140 has better opportunity for him. I don't know. Because I'm sure the corruption isn't only at one division. But again, 135 has definitely told him, you are not wanted. Like, get out. You know, like that horror movie. That's what they did to him. Again, Loma, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo, Cambosis, Tank. He can't get none of them? None? Come on. And so, I feel bad for these up and coming boxers who are so ambitious, and they don't realize that they're not even going to be able to work hard for the things that they want. Like, take Boots, for instance. Boots wants to be undisputed in 4 divisions, you guys. He wants to be undisputed in 4 divisions. That's how ambitious he is. That's how hard he's willing to work. And that's how much he believes in himself. And Boots has been working his ass off since he was a kid. And he doesn't realize that they're going to make sure that does not happen. Hell will freeze over first before they make a path for him to be undisputed in 4 divisions. Boots doesn't know it yet. Boots thinks that as long as he works hard and as long as he keeps winning and training and putting God first. I'm sure he thinks all of those things, but he's dealing with a monster that he hasn't seen yet. You know what I mean? So it's really sad for these ambitious fighters. Boots is incredibly ambitious. Look at Shakur Stevenson. I mean, he almost didn't even get this Valdez unification. And then we have Keyshawn Davis. We have Gary Antoine. These guys aren't going to get what they work for or what they earn, what they're willing to sacrifice for, what they've been sacrificing for all their lives. They're not going to get it. So I'm going to start focusing more on real nobodies in boxing, like real unknown boxers, and I'm just going to start like paying more attention to those fights and more throwback fights. Like I'm going to really start like going more into scrapbooks, archives, and just enjoying fights of the past, because I don't want to keep making a bunch of videos about who's ducking whom and who's getting screwed over. It creates a lot of content for these bigger channels. I guess that's good and bad. To me, it's more useless than anything. But, these bigger channels and the smaller channels, they get a lot of content from this kind of thing that goes on. And so they're able to make a living. So that's the good thing. But the bad thing is at the end of the day, the joke is on us. It's a waste of time. It's useless. So I think I'm going to eventually boycott boxing at this level, at this elite professional level. Even the little bones they throw at us once every year or once every 2 years, I'm just going to probably just focus on the little nobody fights and the throwback fights, and stop letting this kind of stuff waste my time. But yeah, I knew Cambosis was going to duck Haney. When he first made that comment, he said something like, yeah, I'm going to, just observe what the boxers doing if they just want to run around the ring. Like, what? Who are you referring to want to run around the ring? That's you looking out to see what boxer you can't catch, what boxer you can't corner, what boxer you don't have the IQ to defeat. That's basically what he was saying, and I caught it immediately. I said, oh, Haney ain't getting that fight. He just said it right there. I made a video that same day and called him a bitch. So I knew he was a bitch. Like, this was, it was, what makes it so bad is that they knew all along Haney wasn't getting the fight. Everyone knew Haney wasn't getting the fight except for Haney. I wouldn't even be surprised if Loma knew way back then he was getting the fight. I wouldn't be surprised. So that's how they want to continue to do us. And they're not going to stop until it hurts their pockets. So, And us alone, like our small community, that's probably not even enough to get them to stop. The boxers themselves are going to have to hurt their pockets. And I don't know how they'll do that. I don't know. But they're gonna keep like spitting in our faces. You'll see. But anyway, that's enough rambling. Salute to Marlo's Corner and Trey X. Salute to Scrapbook Boxing. Salute to Stormy B-Man and KQKC. Salute to D-Lo. Salute to Champ Side. Salute to 78. Um, who else? Everybody. Salute to everybody. Salute to Eagles Web. Salute to Just Do Boxing. Salute to Southern T Boxing. Salute to CJ Goodfella. Sorry if I missed anyone, but salute to everybody. Thank you for listening, you guys, and have a good night. Oh, salute to Junior the Truth. Salute to Crispy.